Brexit is fast approaching, and the UK will leave the EU by the end of the year with or without a deal. When the result was announced in 2016, a contagion of anti-EU opinion spread throughout the continent, leaving Brussels fearing an exodus from several once loyal nation-states, it was once claimed. The latest round of talks have taken place within the context of the coronavirus, this transpiring to be something of a hindrance. Last week, despite little progress being made, Matt Hancock, the Health Secretary, claimed a trade deal with the EU based on the UK's very reasonable demands is still possible. He said he very much hoped a no-deal outcome could be avoided if the two sides could work together. His utterances came after the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, accused the UK of backtracking on its commitments. Mr. Barnier said there are four main areas where differences in opinion remain: fisheries, competition rules, governance and police cooperation. Guidelines for these things, however, were set out in the political declaration agreed by the UK and EU last year. Speaking in Brussels, Mr. Barnier said, "My responsibility is to speak to truth and, to tell the truth, this week there have been no significant areas of progress. As things stand, the UK has until the end of June to ask for the transition period to be extended into next year. This is the period in which the UK remains part of the single market and customs union, but Prime Minister Boris Johnson has repeatedly ruled this option out. A number of stalls in the Brexit talks have taken place in the 4 years since the referendum's result. The Leave victory surprised many European nations, sparking calls from several countries within the bloc for their own referendums. In 2016, the Daily Telegraph reported how EU leaders feared a string of copycat polls tearing the organisation apart, in a piece called The Brexit Contagion, how France, Italy and the Netherlands now want their referendum to. In Italy, at the time, the anti-establishment Five Star Movement declared it would demand a referendum on the euro. The party's leader, Beppe Grillo, went as far as to call for a full referendum on EU membership.